Hello, this is Kirtan Sangvi, Assistant Professor, Alj Institute of Pharmacy, Department of Pharmaceutical Chemistry. I welcome you all to the MOOC series. Today's topic is corticosteroids, sex hormone, and oral contraceptive. Last time we have discussed about the nomenclature and stereochemistry of steroids. So today we'll see three major aspects of steroids. Now, when I talk about classification of steroids, generally there are mainly two categories. The first one is sex hormone, second one is corticosteroids. If I talk about sex hormone, it is categorized into again three categories: progestin, androgens, and estrogen. If I talk about corticosteroids, it is categorized into two: glucocorticoids and mineralocorticoids. Now, when I talk about corticosteroids, as far as definition is concerned, the word itself suggests it is secreted from adrenal gland, but in response to pituitary hormone, that is adrenocorticotropic hormone. Two types are there: glucocorticoids and mineralocorticoids. When I talk about glucocorticoids, why the name is given glucocorticoids? Because it plays very important role in glucose metabolism. It is synthesized in adrenal gland, and of course the nucleus is steroidal, and that's why it is called as a glucocorticoids. When I talk about the role of glucocorticoids, it plays very important role in carbohydrate metabolism, protein metabolism, and of course lipid metabolism. Certain examples we have to discuss, we'll discuss later on. Now, when I talk about biosynthesis of glucocorticoids, only the thing that we have to remember is glucocorticoids are always synthesized from the cholesterol. With the help of certain enzymes, it will undergo series of steps and finally it is converted into cortisol. That is the one example of glucocorticoids. Fine. If I talk about integrated action of glucocorticoids in a particular living organism, so in case of, it plays very important role as far as cardiovascular system is concerned, as far as liver is concerned, as far as adipose tissue is concerned, because as I mentioned, it plays very important role in metabolic aspect. If I talk about metabolism, of course carbohydrate, protein, and lipid comes into the picture. So certain organs are definitely involved. When I talk about the actions, specifically metabolism, three important aspects we have to learn: that it increases protein degradation. Fine. It increases the glucose sugar in the blood, decreases the utilization of glucose by the tissue. And hence, we all know very well, the one of the major side effect of glucocorticoid is always hyperglycemia. Hyperglycemia. Now, how they produce their action? Of course, glucocorticoid receptor comes into the picture, and again it is involved in various pathways. But make sure glucocorticoids are always bind with the glucocorticoid receptors and elicit pharmacological response. If I talk about pharmacological response, mainly two: it produces anti-inflammatory actions, and of course it is acting as a immunosuppressant. Many cases we'll discuss. Now, individual steroid, if I talk about cortisone, the nucleus is pregnant. We already discussed in the nomenclature part, right? C21 nucleus, that is a pregnant nucleus. As far as the role of cortisone is concerned, it is anti-inflammatory medication and also used to prevent certain allergic condition. Fine. Now, this is the only one steroid which is not released by the adrenal gland. This is very important, right? It is a synthetic one. It is synthesized in the adrenal gland. Fine. Second, hydrocortisone, also called as a cortisol. Again, as far as the nucleus is concerned, it is a pregnant C21 nucleus. Mainly three role. It plays very important role as a immunosuppressant, inflammatory actions, and certain cases it is used to treat cancers, certain type of cancers. So it is having what you can say anti-cancer activity. Now, next is prednisolone, very widely used nowadays because it is having potent medication. If I talk about the anti-inflammatory actions, in certain cases, asthmatic condition, prednisolone is very widely used. The nucleus again C21 carbon, so that is a pregnant nucleus. Fine, no problem. Next is the beta-methazone. Now, structural difference, if I say beta-methazone, and of course, the next is dexamethasone. We all know very well dexamethasone is now clinically approved to treat COVID-19 infections. That we all know very well. Structural difference is very less. That is at 16th position. Methyl group in case of beta-methazone, it is the beta configuration. In case of alpha methazone, or what you can say dexamethasone, it is 16. Alpha methyl configuration is alpha methyl. But you see the importance of alpha beta configuration, because in COVID-19 infection, what you can say, beta-methazone is not used, but dexamethasone is used, and just because of its stereochemistry. This is very important. Next is the sex hormones. We all know very well. If I talk about sex hormones, they are mainly synthesized in gonads and adrenal cortex. Now, mainly two aspects we have to study today, because a male sex hormone and a female sex hormone. That is, if I talk about individual steroid, that is a testosterone. In case of female, of course, it is a estrogen and progesterone. But they are released just because of pituitary hormone, that is gonadotropin releasing hormone. Fine. Next is testosterone. Of course, when I talk about testosterone, it is a what you can say, the male sex hormone plays very important role in what you can say, primary as well as secondary sexual development as far as the male is concerned. Certain changes we all observe, that vocal changes, male hair pattern, voice deepening, anabolic effect, just because of testosterone. If I talk about the nucleus, it is a C19 nucleus. C19, that is the androsten nucleus. The structure is given. If I talk about progesterone, again the nucleus is, that is C21. That is a pregnant nucleus. As far as the female is concerned, definitely it plays very important role in regulation of menstruation cycle, and of course in supporting pregnancy in the female body. Fine. Now, when I talk about the estrogen derivative, three derivative we have to discuss: estriol, estradiol, and estrone. We'll come to that point. But again, estrogen, the word itself suggests it is the which nucleus? It is having which nucleus? Of course, C18, that is a estrane nucleus. Fine. Estriol is generally what you can say, dominant estrogen during the pregnancy. Remember one thing, it is the only estrogen which is a short acting estrogen. That is the difference between estradiol and estrone. Very important. Next is estradiol. The nucleus again remains the same, right? It is the estrogen steroid hormone. It is a major female sex hormone. The concentration is very high as far as the female is concerned. It is involved in regulation of menstrual female reproductive cycles. That we all know very well, because it is a female sex hormone. Now, when I talk about estrone, again, what you can say, it is produced preliminarily in the ovaries, placenta, in the peripheral tissues. Again, if I talk about clinical aspect of estrone, the structural difference is very less. In case of diol there are hydroxyl group. In case of estrone, it is a ketonic group at C17 position. It is used as a, what you can say, homeopathic in management of pre-menopausal and post-menopausal symptoms. Fine. This is very important. Next steroid is nandrolone. Also, if I talk about the nomenclature or synonym of nandrolone, many of times in exam they ask, as far as entrance examination is concerned, it just give the name of 19 nor testosterone, because the structural difference is very less as far as testosterone and as far as nandrolone is concerned. So it is a 19 nor testosterone, because on 19th position there is a no any methyl group. Instead of that, that is a hydrogen. The positive effect, if I talk about, it includes muscle growth, appetite stimulation, and increase the red blood cell productions, of course. And that is why many of times certain sports persons, they are using nandrolone, because it increases the muscle growth. This is very important. Mechanism aspect, if I say, it is androgen receptor agonist. Next is diethylstilbestrol. This is the only one sex hormone that is not having any steroidal nucleus, and that is why it is called as a synthetic non-steroidal form of the estrogen. Fine. It was used Remember one thing, it was used, पहले use होता था, it was used in the treatment of prostate cancer, in the prevention of miscarriage, or you can say premature delivery in the pregnant woman, but prone to miscarriage and premature delivery. It was used, but nowadays it is not used because of certain side effects. The next is oral contraceptive pills. The word itself suggests that these are the medications that prevent the pregnancy, right? Birth control medications contains a hormone, combinations of hormone. Or again, if I talk about combinations, of course, it must be estrogen and certain progesterone derivative. Many of time, certain estrogen derivatives are also used as a what you can say oral contraceptive pills. Fine, but generally it is used in the combination. If I talk about types of oral contraceptive pills, mainly four types: combined pills, phase pills, progestin only pills. It means it is having only the progesterone derivatives because there are certain side effects of estrogen. That is why. And next one is emergency pills. Fine. Now, if I talk about combined, the word itself suggests. If I talk about combined, the word itself suggests it is a combination of two female sex hormone, that is estrogen and progesterone, to prevent the pregnancy. But certain what you can say, as far as menstrual cycle is concerned, there are also a certain dose dependence, because you can say a monophasic pill on throughout the 21 days you have to use the combination of that particular pill, a same dose. But if I talk about the biphasic pill, two different progesterone doses are given. Triphasic, again, one more drug that is added, that is a norgestrel. Fine. And certain days you have to have some kind of dose. For an example, if I talk about the triphasic, you can see day 1 to 6 a certain milligram dose that is given to the patient. Fine. From day 7 to 11, day 12 to 21, certain dose combinations are definitely given. In case of phased pills, same thing, but different amount of hormones are there. Same thing over the 3 weeks, consistent. In case of progestin only pills, only one female sex hormone is there, that is a progesterone, because there are certain side effects of estrogens. That is why. If I talk about emergency pills, we all know very well, it is a method of contraceptions which is used after intercourse and before potential time of implantation of prevention of the pregnancy. Right. Again, types of ECP. If I talk about, increase the dose of combined oral contraceptives, you can say high dose of progesterone pills, because it is an emergency. Fine. So within 72 hours, you have to take those particular pills to avoid the pregnancy. Fine. Now, if I talk about how these pills can act, so estrogen and progesterone, what generally they are doing, they prevent the egg from being released from the ovaries. You can see left hand side, a normal system is there. Release the egg from the ovary and it passes through the fallopian tube. Fine. But if I talk about the right hand part of that particular phase, with oral contraceptives, this is the mechanism. What progestin will do? Progestin causes thinning of the endometrium. Fine, which prevents the implantation of the fertilized egg. And progestin also thicken the mucus in the cervix, so that by any chance if the sperm enters, definitely it prevents to meet the egg. Fine. As far as use of oral contraceptive pills are concerned, definitely the main purpose is to prevent the pregnancy, but not only that purpose is used. Even in some of the cases for regulation of menstrual cycle, it is also used. Fine. When I talk about the structures, norgestrel, levonorgestrel, the structural difference is nothing, but it is a levoisomer of norgestrel. The structures are same. If I talk about mifepristone, it is also used to cause an abortion during early part of the pregnancy. Fine. Now, one more drug, because in case of triphasic pill, this drug is mentioned, that is a norethindrone. So definitely it is a hormone that prevents the pregnancy by making vaginal fluid thicker. So to help the prevention of the sperm from reaching the egg, so that fertilization won't be take place, and hence we can definitely avoid the pregnancy. Definitely avoid the pregnancy. Three important questions can be asked from this portion, that is, write a short note on glucocorticoids. Second one is discuss in detail about sex hormone, and the third one is very important, that is, write a short note on oral contraceptive pills. You can say oral contraceptive as a part of short note. Now, when I talk about reference, Wilson is one of the best book. Already I have mentioned in the earlier two lectures that you should refer the steroidal portions from the Wilson. Each and every steroid they have given very nice way, in depth, in detail. Fine. So this is all about today's session. Next session we will discuss a lot more about the steroids. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe the Pharma Ignite channel. Please press the button. Fine. Thank you.